Well, in what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labour.
Very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society. There's nothing about that that's vaguely appropriate.
And you're going to see in the comments that women don't like her either. So this is not a sexist thing, but I want to be very clear about the myth of gender discrimination in professional sports. Sports is a merit-based system where the best athletes of humankind get paid the most money. I do the same job as LeBron James when I play basketball at the YMCA with a bunch of hairy Persians. But we don't get paid the same because LeBron James has more fans, more money comes in, and yes, he's very stupid also, but at least I'm humble enough to say, we're dribbling the same ball, but one of these things is not like the other one.
You see, despite all the wins, I'm still paid less than men who do the same job that I do.
This is American privilege.
For each trophy, of which there are many, and for each win, for each tie, and for each time that we play, it's less.
Oh, Megan, you silly rabbit. Once men start playing your sport, you're not going to win trophies, games, ties, or awards.
So you're getting very emotional.
Because this is serious.
Yes, of course it's serious.
I'm a white privileged male.
Stop
Why
it.
do you have to carry
Rape is
a
illegal.
gun to kill a male rapist when that male could just not rape in the first place?
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
fucking great?
Yeah.
Do you know why women
Wouldn't it be
are
great
so...
if men didn't rape?
Yeah.
Who are you arguing with?
We've met some of your fans, and we got the impression they were all male fans, the ones that we talked to, and that they were struggling with their manhood, and that you give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines, in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death, and often literally, and the gratitude for that is sorely lacking, especially among the people who should be most grateful. You see university professors, especially of the social justice bent, who are among the most protected and privileged people that the world has ever produced. They take everything they have for granted, failing to understand entirely that there's a massive infrastructure of unbelievably hard-working, solidly laboring, working-class men breaking themselves in half on a regular basis, making sure that everything that always breaks works. And so a little gratitude for that is in order. And it's very useful to tell everyone, not just men, that they have an important role to play, a necessary role, and that if they act properly and honestly and forthrightly, that they can put their lives together and they can help their families and they can make their communities better, and that's not toxic masculinity, that appalling phrase. It's what keeps the world going round. If we had any sense, we'd understand that, instead of doing everything at every possible moment to label what we have in the West as oppressive and patriarchal and fundamentally predicated on power, of all the insane propositions